Hey, what's up, y'all? Early in the AM. It's about 11:45 right now. About 11:45. What's up, Robin? Where you going, Nick? That was little Robin right there. I guess I scared the hell out of him. What's happening, yo? Walk down to the store right quick if y'all don't mind. Listen. I was in this space, and I saw something that was related to me a little bit. You see, it was a beautiful understanding. You see, and I comprehended like a beam of light. You know, it's as if I knew that light, you see, or that beam. It's like I knew what it was, you see. That's the beautiful thing about it. It's like I knew, or I felt like I knew what it was. It was like it was a part of me, you see. So when I start to understand it, it made me kind of happy a little bit. You understand me? I was smiling, smiling to myself. You see, I had to go in the bathroom and look at myself and see how well I was smiling to my goddamn self. It was a big ass smile. But now let me put something in you right quick, peoples. Listen. You know, sometimes when you're a child, oftentimes your parents they only know what they know. And you can't put the world's bullshit on them, even though you'll see it in them. And you can comprehend it because your mind is spinning like that or rotating like that. You see, you know. And oftentimes those things bring you pain, you know, your chastisement, however they may be, you see. But one thing you got to understand from that body, those two bodies, is your existence. You see, you're here from those two, you see. You hear from those two. Now imagine if you had a child that had these extra senses, and the child didn't really know how to explain certain things that's happening to it. You see, you know, who he going to explain it to? How he going to explain it? You see, it's not in him to even say anything to his guardians or his siblings. You see, it just feels that it's like the superhero cartoons that he used to look at when he was a child. You see, it reminds him of those memories, you see, of what he used to watch, his favorite cartoons, you know, the superheroes and things, you see. Now imagine you sleeping in your bed. You have the upper bunk, and you're sleeping, but you got to go use the restroom. So you go up, raise up, you see, come down the ladder of the bunk, you see, and you go do your little tinkle, you see. Now, mind you, before you got up, you looked where you needed to go. You looked out the doorway of your bedroom. You're a child. You looking, I'm talking about like 6 or 7, maybe 8, whatever. But you looked out the door of your bedroom, you see, and you're seeing these little shadows. You see, you know, these little asymmetric or geometry kind of like shadows, you know, coming from the door and the banister and, you know, things that's on the outside, you see. And then you pan around and look at your closet and you got something hanging up on your closet door and it looks like something, you see. And so you just stare at it. Now, you know what it is, but you're staring at it, trying to give it life, trying to, you know, because it has a shape. It's shaped like something. So you taking that dark shadow and you trying to create life in it. You see, now as time goes on, maybe a year or two, you know what I'm saying, in the future, you see, these things are getting more acute. Let's put it like that. The visions are what you're seeing, because they're not dreams. They're like literally real shit. They becoming acute. So you in your bunk bed and now you're seeing yourself right at the doorway of your bedroom, and you have a dresser. You have a dresser right there. And you see yourself laying down right there because that's your favorite spot to lay, because you're comfortable for some reason. Laying right there beneath the chest and drawers. You see, the chest of drawers. You see, you just lay there. You see, it feels good on you. You see, you can breathe better, it seems like. Now, mind you, here you are up on the bunk, and you seeing yourself laying right there by the chest of drawers. And so you trying to figure this out. How are you in the bed, but you seeing yourself laying down by the chest of drawers? You a child. You know what you're seeing. You know it's real. You see, you can't explain it. You don't want to tell your parents what you're seeing. You see, because they already think you're slow. You know something is wrong with you. You see, so you got to keep it hush, hush. You see, so as you get older, you're starting to see things like that. And you're becoming more sensitive to it. You see, you're becoming more sensitive to these things that's going on in your world, and you can't explain it to nobody, you see, because you heard what your parents called you. You see, you're hearing what everybody else viewing you as, those that's close to you. You see, you hearing these things, so you don't want to say nothing. So all these super duper things that you're seeing inside of your mind, you see, you hold it in. You secure it. You see, you remember your little piggy bank that you had. And so everything that you visualized when you was a kid, you visualize it as a coin or something, and you put it inside of your piggy bank. You see, your talent or whatever it was, you see, your gift, you put it inside of a piggy bank. You see, and as time goes on, the piggy bank, it wouldn't fit no more. Nothing would fit in it. This is what your mind is doing to you or for you. You see? So one day, you saw on television about a safe. You see, a fireproof safe. You see, you know what it was. You see, because your father said, that's what I need to put in my closet. And so you just took a picture of that. You see, and you took something, I think you took your father's hammer and you broke open that piggy bank that you had all your talents in it. And you put all your talents in that safe. You see, that your father first liked. You see, you put it inside of your head. You see, this is what you did. These are your talents. You see, when you was a child that you couldn't share with your parents. You see, because they would have thought you were crazy or thought you was out of your mind or something was wrong with you. So you held it in. You see, you held everything that you was born within. So about time 2000 come, you're 33 years old, and here come a motherfucking silver dude sitting in the corner of your bedroom, telling you certain things, showing you certain things. He gave you a whole book of cryptology, as if he just opened up your torso. You see, open up your stomach, and all this shit poured out. Everything that you had, it poured out into symbols and numbers, everything, and you knew exactly what it was. You see, you knew exactly what it was. I said a silver dude. You see, you know, my bedroom up in the projects was like 9 feet. The ceiling was 9 feet, so and his head was bent down like this. You see, it was surprised. You see, it was surprised that I saw it. You see, he didn't think I saw it, but he came for me. Who was that? You see, and when he talked to me in the same voice I have right now, 24 years later. This is how he was talking to me. You see, it's as if he was healing himself from a child all the way up to that period of time and showing me how he healed himself. You see, but he was in all silver. You see, now, what I'm trying to share with you, why I brought these things up, you know, I'm just trying to share with you that oftentimes these youngsters, they don't know the things that's happening with them. Only thing they know is that they were born to do something. But every aspect of their life tells them they better keep it secret. Don't say nothing. You're going to get in trouble. You might get a whooping. Or are they going to say you're crazy? They're going to say that you're out of your mind. Hell, who? Listen, keep that stuff inside of you. You see, this is what these children do, some of them. And some of them don't give a fuck. They'll just open their mouth and just say what the Most High put in them. You see, like I be doing right now in this day and time as a grown-ass man. You see, but my objective of telling you this is these things affect your 3D world because you're trying to figure out how you can take your talents and trade it in with this world's currencies. You see, you was never taught that. And you never shared these experiences, you see, with no one until the year 2000, when you was 33 going on 34 years old. You see, you just had to, you just had to hold up for a minute. You see, but you took on the world's abomination. You took on the world's greed. You took on the world's immaturity. You see, you took on the, listen. I heard people talk about mature shit, and the reason why you're not like this because you're not mature in that. You see, but then, soon as they say that, here you are walking down the block, and you see so many big baller type cats or very rich people that's totally insecure or, insecure, way from being matured. You see, they just know how to get this money. You see, and so you're living inside of these two bodies. What I mean by that is, if you take, people talk about negative and positive, but they don't never tell who they talking about. Because you got so many houses, so many characters and personalities that these bodies come from. You see, you got the skinheads. You got people that can't stand black people. You see, when you put them all together, they are the most beautiful, positive, strengthful people you will ever know. You see, but when you come around, you see, they just turn, they feel something, you see, and that negative that you're talking about, they show you what it is. They will give it to you. And then it make you say that they're a racist, or they're hateful, or they're ignorant, all these other type things. But when they go around their own people don't see that shit inside of them. You see, they don't see it. You see, they see the most beautiful, caring, blissful people whom they ever known. You know, this is who they see. But when you come around, you're negative, you're toxic, you're ignorant. You see, you all these things. You see, so how can you actually see what a negative person is, or what a toxic person is, however it may be? You know, you have to be specific when you're talking about these bodies. You see, that's all I'm trying to say to you. You have to be specific when you're talking about these bodies. You see, you understand what I'm talking about? Because if you're not specific, it's just going to sound like a script. And ain't nobody going to be paying attention to you in heart. It's just going to be one of those things that they listen and then get an ah from it. And then all of a sudden, 6 months later, shit, it's as if you never said nothing. That's how it is. You see, that's how it is. You got to be specific so you can know these 12 houses. Know your DNA. How many bars inside of your DNA? You see, these are your characters, your personalities. That's what these things are. And if you don't know that, you're just not knowing. But I'm just saying to you, pay attention to your children. You see, pay attention to your children. Don't harm them. You see, know that they was born with something. Know that they was born with some type of talent, some type of gift. See where it is. You see, don't spank your kids. Don't beat them. Learn how to communicate, talk to people. So if you don't know how to communicate with your child, don't snatch that shit away. Don't snatch their gift, their essence away. You see, because they're going to be 56 years old. Healthy, strong, and powerful. With nothing.